Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Tall Boy Sunday. I'm Mike, and today is a very special episode. We're on location in Whittier, California at Bodega Brewing. Come on, check it out.
Thank you.
Excuse me, brother. Fellas. Come on in, Omar. Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. We're here to see the butcher. Yep. Do you want to tell us this is a speakeasy type brew?
Yeah, so we're a speakeasy style restaurant. We are an in-house brewery as well. When you come in, you say I'm here to see the butcher. We do sell everything out here as well. We have all of our prime cut meats and 4 types of beer to go.
Hey, all right, so we're here with Abraham Mercado. He's the master brewer here at Bodega, and he's gonna show us around. Cheers.
Hope you guys enjoy. Salud y suerte. Supported us, right? So it's a monthly membership. They pay into it. They get their locker. They get whatever stein that they want. So when they come out here, like he's a stein member right here in the corner. You'll see. You always know because they'll have a different type of mug. So it's a pretty cool thing just to help us, generate some buzz and get people from the community to come down.
And that's super cool. It's like very German style because I don't know if you've been to the Hofbrauhaus. They do the exact same thing.
That's where we got the idea from.
There you go.
Me and one of my business partners, we went out there. We saw that, and those things are generations. Great grandfather passed it down, and we were like, dude, that's awesome. Like, let's do something like that here.
So crazy,
that's what we're trying to do.
There you go.
Come on, man.
So fellas.
So the first place, oh shit, Rusha.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
First stop is the lab. If you want to
come check this out.
Let me move this out of the way. All right, cool. So this is the lab. This is where we run all of our, quality control, quality analysis. We do under the microscope that's covered there, looking at the health of the yeast, also viability and how many yeast cells there are, so that we can ensure that there's a healthy fermentation in every single brew.
Mold either, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Come on back. This is our mill. So I don't know how much you guys want me to go into the beer process here, or we can just talk about it, or if you guys want me to talk about it.
Explain the equipment real quick.
Yeah, no, so this is our mill. This is where we crush the grain. This is basically step 1 into making beer.
There you go.
And then just run to the back. Oh, I'll kill the music right now.
And this is the cooler part.
What's up?
This is the cooler part where you see the big ass barrels.
Yeah. This is Matt.
What's up, bro? What's happening? That's me, Mike.
Nice to meet you.
It's Omar and my brother.
So yeah, this is a brew house. Brew house is right there, and then all of these tanks are basically a combination of what we need to make beer. So water. Okay. One of the 4 ingredients in making beer is water. We need hot water and cold water, which is these 2 tanks. That's hot. This is cold. Then all of these are the fermenters, and the brew house is right behind you.
Okay. And so that's where it sweats into, right?
Yeah. So the process is where we started at the mill. We crush the grain, and then from there I pull it into that middle tank over there, mix it in with water, and what that does is it's going to start pulling out all the sugars from the grain. Okay. Once we get that sugar and the malt, we'll transfer everything into that tank, and that's where we separate the actual malt from the liquid. So I'll transfer the liquid into the kettle and leave the grain behind, and then we'll clean out all the grain in these big old bins that we have back there, the gray ones.
All right.
Call up a local rancher, shows up with his kids, picks it up, and he goes and he feeds the cows out in Ontario.
Cool.
Yeah, just give it to him. Help. He's helping me. I'm helping him.
Yeah.
And then from there, we'll boil it here. We're boiling it because we want to evaporate the water and make a bigger concentration of that sugar. We'll add the hops in there to balance out the sweetness, right? That we get our bitterness from our hops. And then from there, we'll crash it, which is what this piece of equipment is. So it'll go from boiling at 212 down to to 36 degrees in seconds.
Oh shit.
Come out through that hose, going to one of the 9 fermenters.
You got a little radiator right here, no?
Yeah, it works just like a radiator. That's exactly what it is. Just a standing up radiator.
Cool.
That's what we need the cold water for right here, you know?
Yeah. And how do you feel about the Hofbräu, the Hofbräu beer?
I love that thing.
Yeah?
I mean, one of my favorite beers are German beers, right? That's my love. And when you start tasting these beers, you're gonna quickly understand kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah.
So, have we started?
Yeah. All right, so
Sorry.
before Abraham gets too into it, welcome to another episode of Tall Boy Sunday. Welcome again, actually, to see our intro video. Today we're on location in Whittier, California, with Abraham Mercado and co-hosting, like always, my brother.
So guys,
Hey. All right, so finish that thought, which was like, what do you think of German beers?
Yeah, so that's one of my biggest loves are the German beers, and you know what I was saying is, you're gonna once you start tasting the beers and the beers start coming out, you're gonna see very quickly kind of where the direction is and where we're trying to head. I mean, the biggest influences in my life as far as beer is Mexican, because I'm first generation Mexican, born of immigrant parents, and German. So that's sort of the bridge that I'm trying to get, the bridge that I'm trying to close. You know what I mean? Like I love those different styles of beers, and I love messing with those kind of flavor profiles to try to reciprocate those beers.
There you go.
No.
And real quick, are you related to Walter Mercado or no? No?
Yeah, that's my tío, bro.
Is it? Dang.
No, you know what's funny? My tia, she used to always tell me that. She's like, oh yeah, he's your uncle or he's your cousin, a distant cousin. I was like, what? Later on when I'm an adult, I'm like, that fool's Puerto Rican. We're Mexican. Of course, leave it up to the tias to just mess with a young mind. And
yeah, maybe he moved there. I don't know.
I know. Maybe
right.
my grandfather did. I don't know.
Yeah. And you've been to Munich to taste everything. So when was your first Oktoberfest over there?
Yeah, I've been lucky to be out in Germany twice, I believe, and hit Munich. We got those 2 times. So
sorry to interrupt.
Deliveries. Here we go. Here we go. Special
we got
delivery.
2 flights and
More coming out for you guys right now. I'll be right back and I'll go over.
This is Monique.
Hi guys.
Hey.
I'll be right back with a couple more flights.
Here,
Thank you. And you know what? As a special treat to the audience and to me, we're trying multiple beers today.
There you go. I'm trying to get these guys drunk.
Yeah. Jessica's not true.
it's not true.
So yeah.
Let me just pull out this guy.
All right.
So you
I
want to
think
explain
this is
these
pretty
beers
cool
real
though.
fast?
Like the flight card. I think this is great. So you have
So a lot of breweries.
Yeah.
How many are on there? 2, 4.
There's 4 total.
So I'm saying like select out of like how many you can select out of. There's 12.
Oh, I got you. Yes. Yeah. 12.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
A couple more flights here. Oops. We'll go this way.
I'll pass it to Omar. Yeah, let's put them down right there in the middle.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Go over it really quick with you guys.
Okay.
You want to grab the mic from?
Suppose so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we have a flight here. It's going to go in order from the Bodega B, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also numbered on the inside, okay? It's also numbered on the inside. Number 1 is going to be the Buena Suerte. 2 is the El Rey Mexican Lager. 3 is the Cultura Kolsch. And 4 is our Hazlitt Hazy IPA. Beautiful.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we're talking about Germany, right?
Yes, Germany.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been there, as I said, and yeah, man, like that. When it comes to beer, that's like the promised land, at least from my perspective, right? There's also other countries that are very beer prominent. In particular, a city in the Czech Republic, called Pilsen, which is where Pilsner came from, right? And Prague also. And there's other places too, like England, Mexico, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like, that's really, when I'm out there and I'm tasting these beers, and even locally here, like there's a ton of amazing brewers here at home.
Dude, there's so many.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah. I'm trying to, emulate and trying to copy those recipes or not those recipes, but those flavor profiles, because I want to bring something to my community, some of that from abroad here locally.
Yeah. And if I can interrupt, like personally, me and my brother, I think I can speak for both of us. Like we like the working man's beer, meaning we can drink that all day. Yeah. Like you can start at 11 in the morning, and then you're asleep by 7 in the afternoon. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, I like
crushable, right?
Yeah,
crushable.
Yeah. But I also enjoy the IPAs. I also enjoy the darker stuff, like a Guinness.
Oh,
yeah. Like I like all that. But with those, you can only have like 3, 4.
Right.
Like if you get drunk off that, like man, that's bad the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I had, just to give it away a little bit, I had the El Rey earlier, and then that one, dude. That one, I think I can go all day with that one.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this one
Fuck
blue?
yeah.
Yeah, that's El Rey right there.
Yeah.
That's one that's really growing in popularity in the tap room as well as in distribution.
You said where are they at now? Where can you buy it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the El Rey and the Hazlitt, they're both at Dodger Stadium, which sucks. They just got knocked out, but you know,
bro.
we're fortunate enough to be in there.
But just to get there, dude. God damn.
Yeah, man, that was, you know, it's been a grind, man, you know, brick by brick, but you know, there's no excuse in you know, trying to get up and do this day in, day out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the El Rey, we were fortunate enough also that Cardenas Markets just picked us up, and I know they're not kind of really in the valley; they're more out in like San Bernardino, you know, Ontario, that area.
Yeah, but it's like a Vallarta, guys.
Yeah,
pretty much,
exactly, like Superior Vallarta, but for there you go.
There you go.
I shop at Cardenas.
Oh, okay, nice. So check us out, bro. They just picked us up. So they bought the El Rey, they bought the Hazlitt, and they bought the Kolsch. So those are the 3 that they're in 20. We're in 25 locations.
There you go. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. I went to there's a like a craft liquor store out there, and like I was unfortunate not to find it. Yeah, but I think because you guys are all the way out here,
right?
And for those that don't know, Whittier is a cool 30 miles from the San Fernando Valley, where we're based out of. But man, like I love traveling, and I have no problem coming here, especially like how cool the
entrance,
the entrance,
the entrance was sick.
Like this is the first brewery that I've seen that like has a speakeasy style to it, and that's super cool. And how did that idea come about?
Yeah, you know, when my partners and I first started sort of thinking about developing this. You know, nowadays you gotta step your game up when it comes to beer because there's so many great breweries out there, and we sort of this kind of happened by accident, to be quite honest, because we just wanted a brewery, right?
Yeah.
But the city kind of got involved, and they said we needed a restaurant, and I was lucky enough that my business partners come from the restaurant world, so they know that world in and out, and we started talking like, well, let's just do something off the wall, like. Let's do something different.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a risk, right? Like everything.
Yeah.
But we're like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see, see what happens. And luckily for us, things have been going really well. The local community and guys from around Southern California have been coming out here, popping in here to check it out. So really appreciate all getting the word out and everyone that comes in here.
Cool, man. You got to give me the designer's phone information and all that. It looks great in here.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, man, because this is all family, right? Like everyone has their fingerprints on this. When it comes to like our wives, my business partners, their wives. My business partner's wife, who I've known since the first grade, was the one that designed it.
Oh shit!
And I could go even deeper. Like that bar, it was stained by a primo, my cousin, right? Like the sign that you guys like, that was another cousin, and it was just like, you're calling in all those favors, like, hey, primo, like we're starting this business, bro. Like we need your help. Come on down. I got you. Yeah, I got you, bro. In beer, not feria, but I got you.
Yeah, for 2 months. That's it.
Yeah. Then that's it. Cutting you off. Sorry, man.
Guys. You know what? Let's go back to the beginning. Like, when did you start brewing? And you know what? I noticed on your Instagram that you were doing this like in your house with water jugs.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, can you explain that and like how everything came about?
No, absolutely. It started about 14 years ago now. I bought the wife bought me a kit in Groupon, which back in those days was very popular. I'm pretty sure it still is, but because she knew I love beer, and not only I just drinking it, and I just love beer. You know what I'm saying? It gets out, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
And made the first kit. It wasn't too bad. Made the second kit, it was terrible, and just like but that made me want to do it even more. Like the failure made me want to just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Yeah. Little by little, started buying a book. One book turned into like 20 books. Wooden nonstop podcasts and YouTubes. And
20
then
books.
Yeah, bro. And it was just like more equipment. Something, some kind of birthday or whatever would roll around, and I wanted give me another pod or give me another fermenter or give me this piece of equipment or that, and it just kept growing. And as I said, my business partner and I, we went to school together, right? We were roommates, and we kind of started thinking about building a company and a brewery. And so when things got real, we created this business. It was like, all right, I got to get to school, So I went to school, then I started working at a brewery, hoping that one day we'd be here today, and we are.
So you did the homework. Like you took business classes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, damn. Man, that's crazy. That's a lot of commitment.
Yeah,
and, that's great. And we take our hats off to you.
I know.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Because I just opened the LLC for this, and we're just kind of waiting.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then that's pretty rare that you have a friend and a business partner that's like so committed to that too, to see your vision and like to do all this,
Right.
And like, is it just you two, or how many of you is there?
So it's three of us. It's myself and my business partner. His name is Eric Tapia. One of my best friends. As I said, we were roommates together. Like him is my brother from another mother, and then his brother Raul Tapia Jr. Same. That's a picture of us. I know the camera can't really see it, but when we started talking about making this, we were in there, in the garage every weekend, bro. Every weekend trying to just dial in the recipes. Like, hey, this ain't good enough, throw it out. This ain't good enough, throw it out. And obsessing over every malt, every hop, every water profile that we can, until finally we got to the recipes that we got and that you're drinking today.
Cool, man.
Which one was the first beer that you guys like dialed in?
Dialed in? It was the Buena.
The Buena.
The Buena.
Buena Suerte?
So the Buena Suerte it's called a Helles lager. So it's a German style lager.
Okay.
And then opposite of the Mexican lager, which is El Rey.
Nice. Okay, then with that note, let's try Buena Suerte.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
We're number one, the top left, no?
Top left, yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Salud.
Cheers, Omar.
Cheers.
I don't know what this is, but this is good right here. Which was this one?
The Buena.
Oh, this is good.
Okay, so,
my heroes.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, wow, that's really good.
Yeah, that's a 6.9 out of 5.
That's appreciate
amazing.
it, man. Thank you.
Dude, like it starts with like one flavor and it ends with another one.
Right.
That's good.
That's great.
I think that's really good.
Because a few months ago, it's been like 6-7 months ago. So yeah, a few. We had this triple IPA from Boston. I forgot their name, but man, they were terrible. That was nasty. This is the complete opposite. But I wonder if it's like a culture thing. Like, since you guys are Mexican, like we're actually Guatemalan.
Oh, cool.
But we enjoy the same style of beer.
Yeah, we
nice
do
and
the same
light.
thing.
Right. Yeah, no, and I think the flavor profiles of Central Mexican, that's very lighter, right? The lagers and easy drinking, like you said. I like to working man out in the sun, working on the yard. Have a few. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've given my dad an IPA, and he's like, "Oh, this is terrible."
Same thing. Same thing. My dad's like, "Oh, let me try your other beers." I was like, "No." He's like, "Let me try that one." All right. Oh, no, mejor el Rey. I'd rather have the other one, right? I'd rather have the one.
First time I gave my dad an IPA, he was like, ¿por qué estás tomando esto? He was like mad that I was drinking that. He was like, no. No tomes esto.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Eso da cruda. You never want the hangover. The older paisas, they don't want the hangover.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's go into the second one then. We got number 2, Mexican lager.
That's this one right here.
El Rey.
El Rey.
All right, and like I said, I've just had this one a few minutes ago, and this one's really, really good.
Yeah, and
the
Dodger
top right.
Stadium.
Yeah, top right. Okay.
Top right, yeah.
Salud.
Cheers. Salute again.
Salud.
Wings are amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
God damn, that's really good. And yeah, dude, like I can see why this is at Dodger Stadium, and you said at Disneyland too, no?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Disneyland or Disney Adventure?
Oh, excuse me. So actually, my bad. No, this one's not at Disneyland.
It's in
Today
the-
is
the
at Dodger
Hazard.
Stadium. It's at Cardenas.
Cardenas. Okay, cool.
But the one that's at it's Disneyland California Adventure. Yeah.
And you know, when you're pitching it to like a chain like that, like, do they have to try it or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we you know, we go out, we sit down, we have some beers like this, and they kind of give us feedback on which one they like, which one they don't like, and really they know their demographic and their people more than we do, right? That's you know, we're trying to partner with them, so they kind of guide that conversation of. You know,
my Star Wars shirt.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Like we think this one will do well with our you know, our customer base, and we give our feedback, but ultimately it's their decision.
With a name like El Rey, hell yeah.
True.
I would say that. I'm like, oh, let me try that one.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's funny because we thought that Hazy was going to be more popular at Dodgers, and El Rey is just by way more popular. Way more popular.
Come on, like the core demographic at Dodger Stadium is
Right.
like
Yeah, it's true.
Mexicans,
all
you know?
Latino, right?
A lot of Hispanic people like enjoy a good hazy or
Right.
a good IPA.
It's true.
Yeah,
Most of them is like Modelos,
right.
you know, or Bud Lights, sadly.
Yeah,
Or some
Sadly.
Coors Light, you know.
yeah.
But hazies are like
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's
too much
Yeah,
beer
too
for
much.
somebody.
I feel like it's like a lot of people are scared of the IPAs and
Right.
What
I
do you?
love them.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny you mentioned that because our most popular beer here off the tap room is the Hazy.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because people see the name IPA and they immediately think it's going to be bitter. It's going to be
Yeah.
a bitter bomb.
That's
but
true.
the Hazy is completely opposite of that. The Hazy's much sweeter. You're going to get a lot of like apricot, mango, tropical flavors, and it's higher ABV. So now that seeing the trends, how they're changing, I think more people are you know, going towards the hazy than your traditional other beers. Especially if you're at Dodger Stadium and paying like
especially
$22 for a beer, right? You want to make it worth your while. But yeah,
You want to get there quick and
yeah. True. Oh, for real.
Do you know if they were selling your stuff for $25 or not?
Oh, I'm sure they were. Yeah, I think it was like 22. I showed up one time and I was like, yeah.
You're like, I'll wait.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll wait.
I get this for free at my place, you know?
And then you know what was
Gotta pay for Mookie Betts, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, no.
Gotta pay that salary.
Tani?
I know.
Tani?
Kershaw.
That's what we're going to be paying
Tani,
for.
yeah.
And you know what? What's the biggest difference between the hazy and the traditional IPA?
So the traditional IPA is going to be much more bitter.
Okay, so yeah, so like
and
a
then
sour taste, right?
Yeah, it's just like the bitterness, right? Like you're tasting the hops more than you're tasting the malt. So, well, the difference is hot side and cold side. To get a little nerdy here, right?
Okay, there you go.
So if you want it to be very bitter, you add it in the hot side. So when you're boiling, because when you're boiling, it's pulling out all the bitterness, right? But if you don't want bitterness, but you still want that hop flavor, that hop pop, you put it in the cold side. So in the fermenter, when it's, you know, nice and 50 degrees, then you do what's called dry hopping, which basically you open up the tank, add a bunch of hops, let it mix in there, you know, for a few days. And now you're getting that aroma. And so the aroma is what really makes the hazy IPA. And of course it's hazy, and you know, we use different ingredients to make it hazy, but that's really the difference. Is regular IPA is going to be very bitter. Hazy IPA is going to be sweet, or should be sweet.
Okay, so you
tropical notes.
So you want and like the hot pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would a West Coast IPA land more on the traditional side of an IPA?
Yes. Yeah. So the West Coast IPA, what became popular is that it was clear. So it looked like a lager.
Yeah.
But it was still very, I guess, you know,
It had that
for
taste.
lack of a better word, bitter, right?
Yeah.
Extremely. Cause I think like the first one I tried was is it Stardust? Mm-hmm. Stardust. Like, I was like,
Yeah. Elysian.
yeah. Dang, this thing's strong.
Yeah, hell
But
yeah.
it gets you.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then I stayed away from IPAs for a while until I tried a hazy, and then I was like, "Yo, like this is good." And then I went from like I just started like I want to try this hazy, I want to try that
Right.
one, I want to try this one. And I fell in love with hazies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
like, me too. When I started, I was never, which is funny to say as a brewer, I was never a hophead, right? Some people are hopheads and they're chasing that bitterness. They love that, which is great. I mean, one of my partners is a hotbed, and I know a few other, few of my drinking buddies that love just like that hop, that dank, front of your earthy tones in front of your face. But I was never me, bro. And so when I had the hazy, I was like, okay, I could do this. It's a little milder.
It's pretty good.
When I had like that first hazy IPA and it was just like creamy bitterness, hoppy, I was like, yo, this is what's up, Yeah. And then I'm telling you, I just went on a trip. Straight up, like I was waiting at breweries opening time during the pandemic. I think I talked to you about this.
Omar Point.
During the pandemic, I was waiting at breweries for them to crack open and sell beers to take home.
Right.
Because I mean, what else was there to do?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
for sure.
Omar, that point.
Yeah.
You know what you gotta do.
What you gotta do.
I'm very sorry. I saw, my bad. Like I forgot to tell you the rules. Like on the podcast, we don't point. And
my bad.
and we drink out of our left hand.
We what?
We drink out of our left hand.
You gotta explain.
Oh, I know. I didn't know the rules.
Okay, no.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
That was my fuck up,
Strike
so
two.
don't worry about that. No, so back in the day, I used to play rugby, right?
All right.
And then after the games, we'd go to a banquet, just like somewhere like here or any like dive bar, really.
Right.
Mostly dive bars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mostly.
mostly dive bars. And they'll buy you like pitches and pitches of Paps,
Oh,
but there's a ton of rules. But the whole point is to get you really, really drunk at the banquet.
They're made. I felt like they were there for you to fail.
Yeah.
They really were.
To have fun, right?
They'll ask you like, "Hey, where's the bathroom?" And like, of course, you'll point.
I got you.
Oh, and then,
there's a drink.
Yeah, and they're not giving you baby cups like this. They're giving you like a pint and a half, 2 pints, and they'll start like singing this song. It's called "Down in One, Down in One, Down in One." They'll keep singing until you finish your beer. Sometimes you're lucky, like you only have a little bit and you finish it right away. But sometimes you got a full ass beer and you're already drunk. Like,
Wait, so how do you determine whose like turn is it to sing the song for?
Oh,
everybody
everybody
notices. Everybody like, dude, you're so paranoid at those things. It's not even worth it sometimes.
Like one person points you out or says that like, oh, he pointed.
Yeah, he'll say it out loud.
And then everyone starts singing at the same time.
Oh, that's what okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So if you mess up, that's when the song starts.
yeah.
Got it.
They'll start singing right away.
Hey, that sounds dope.
Yeah. If you want to play out, I'll hook you up. Yeah, they're out of Eagle Rock. Shout out to Eagle Rock Rugby.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's go back to Germany. When was the first time you went to celebrate Oktoberfest out there?
Oh man, I've never been to the Oktoberfest. I just been to the city.
Okay.
But when was the first time? I don't even remember, bro. It was probably 2014, 15, 16, around there.
Oh, damn. We might have been at the same time then.
Yeah. And
Were we?
Yeah, we went in 2015.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn, it's been 8 years already.
Yeah, it's been 8 years. Yeah.
no, it's been a minute.
If I may, the German descendants right here.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
we are.
There you go.
Descendants.
So you love the beer, right?
Yeah.
All right.
If I may.
It's called,
It was funny because like the first time we went, and the first time we went to the tent. They call them tents over there.
Right.
We were sitting down. We had 3 beers, and we're like, "Oh, these not hitting us. These are light."
Yeah, no, hell no.
We stood up and immediately felt everything.
Yeah, no, we showed up at Oktoberfest the first day. It must have been like 12. We left like at 1:15, completely just out of our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, and we slept the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah,
And then like it's funny that you mentioned Cologne from earlier.
Right.
But we met some dudes from Cologne.
Oh, nice.
And then they told us like, nah, one an hour, and that's it. Just
We're like,
enjoy the
nah.
music, enjoy like the
Right.
scenery. Don't push it.
Right.
Yeah, like it is, you know.
You're like,
Yeah,
nah,
right.
We know better. We know.
Yeah.
It's us and the Australians that like we don't know better. Yeah.
You're like, cool story, bro. Next beer.
And then they're the ones that told us about our last name, except that they don't use the E. Like if you spell our last name, it's Kroell. Over there, it's just Kroll or KRU and the
2 dots.
The 2 dots.
LL.
Yeah. And that was a point. And we're trying now.
This is a cultura.
Cultura.
Oh, there you go. Good segue. That's the coast style, right? From
man,
Cologne.
Again, that's really good too.
Appreciate it, man.
Light, but not too light. Right. Real refreshing. Yeah. Because a lot of beers like they lack that, like the refreshing part.
Yeah. Seriously.
And I feel like people forget that it has to be refreshing at the end of the day.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. And one thing I always say, and people trip out on, is the hardest beers to make are lagers. And you would think that they're the easiest beers to make, right? Because we're so used to commercial lagers here in the U.S., right? So, those are, very, very watered down. Let's put it that way. Not to knock any of the big boys, because they do beer well and they do it very consistently, which is a big challenge for craft breweries. But they're very, very hard to make at a craft level. Oh, is it? They take triple the amount of time of like IPAs. And when it comes to like an IPA, like we were talking about earlier, if I want you to taste hoppiness, then guess what? I'm just gonna bomb it with hops, and you're gonna taste the hops, right? And you won't be able to taste my failures as a brewer. But a lager, I can't hide behind anything. If I'm serving you a bad lager, you're gonna be able to taste it immediately.
So you're saying like it varies from batch to batch?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we only are able to source grain and hops from certain areas, right? And it's like wine or other places where, depending on if it's raining or depending on the that season for that particular year, and I'm talking malts and hops, is going to depend on what you get. So that's a challenge too, and that's why it's really craft.
That's why you don't have the Korean today.
Yeah, well, we popped that a while ago, but I know, man. It's gonna come back. No, I promise it'll come back.
He's obsessed.
Hey, my bad. For those that don't know, on the menu they have some sort of Korean beer here.
Yeah, we had a Korean lager.
I will definitely be coming back for that.
Yeah, there you go. An excuse to come back. Do it again.
Honestly, no, this is. From the entrance, this has been great.
I tripped out at the entrance. Sorry. Like then, did we walk into the wrong place? I saw the meat and I was like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah, and you want to explain that a little bit too? You
sure.
Guys, like sell like butchered meat, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, as I mentioned early on, one of both of my business partners, they come from the food world, the food distribution world.
There you go.
And so now, because they come from that world, we have that advantage that we're able to get these meats from really all over the world that not a lot of places can get. So out there, you've seen like the Japanese Wagyu.
Yeah, I saw
right. We're one of, I believe, 10 places that sell it in California. Here,
I'm gonna buy some right now too.
Yeah. Seriously. No, that it's fire, bro. It's fire. Yeah. It's like butter. But
man, I've been wanting to try it.
So because we're able to source these meats and at a reasonable price, and we'll beat the supermarkets when it comes to buying the meats and the chicken and the pastor. We thought, well, why not sell it, in the front of the brewery? So,
Genius.
You guys know as Latinos how important carne asadas are for us, right? And barbecues, right? And that bleeds off of us. So we said, well, why don't we do that? Let's offer some prime meats. Let's offer some good marinated chicken, some al pastor, where people come in, buy their beers, and then go do their carne asada at home. If that's one option. Yeah. If they want to come in and dine with us, then great. All that meat that we offer in the front is sold here in house. Cool. So that was another part of the concept.
Yeah, dude, I'd never seen Wagyu just
chilling right there in the front.
Yeah.
And that was technically a point. So now we're trying. This is Hazlitt.
What's the song? Show me the song now.
This is Hazlitt, and again, I've tried this one, but it's really good.
Salud. I feel like I need.
Honestly, I don't even remember the song, to be honest with you. Is it just? How does that song go?
Which one?
When you're chugging your beer,
down in one, down in one, down in one. But if you put your beer down and
that's right.
Take a reset, and then now down in two, down in two, down in two.
It's pretty much to make fun of you for putting your beer down.
Yeah, and there's been dudes that they're at 5 and they're throwing up into the cup, and it's just. We don't want to talk about that.
Allegedly.
It gets better.
No, that's not allegedly. Yeah. That's happened.
That happened.
Yeah, I know a few buddies like that.
Which was number 3?
Number 3 was Cultura.
I like it has like that sweetness right at the end.
Yeah.
It's not at the beginning. It's just right at the end.
Close to it.
Right at the end, like there's that sweet.
Really good. Right. Yeah. That's part of the reason that we named the podcast Tall Boy Sunday. because I love beer. Like I'm serious about it. Like I do love it, and like I can give up liquor. I don't care. I'll give it up. The beer,
no,
something about it.
I'm the same way,
and I'm sure you feel. I'll say you feel the same way.
No, I have a sip. I'm just like, praise the Lord.
Have you seen was it Old School movie?
Oh, of course.
And he's like, when he takes a sip of beer, he's like, once it hits the lips.
I don't know. It's something about it. Like I don't know if it's in the blood or I don't know.
Right.
But dude, it's just beer that makes me happy. You know, you can chill on it. You know, you can stop.
Right.
You can have one or two and like just chill. You know,
absolutely.
And you can like go hang out, do whatever. But with liquor, like that gets a little bit harder.
Right.
Even though like in the past we've put a bottle of tequila like on the table. And then like the pointing thing, like we'll pour a shot, you know. They're just to mess with, I guess, a little bit. a lot of the guys, they enjoy it, you know.
I think it's also part of our culture, right? Like, going back to the carne asada, it's just chilling, you know, on a Sunday after a hard day of work or week of work, and you're just hanging out and you're having some beers, grilling. You could do that with beer, right? If that tequila bottle came out in the beginning. There's gonna be fights. There's gonna, be somebody's gonna be dancing on a table. Like, it is what it is, right? So,
and dude, like, a few years ago when I bought the house, it needed a lot of repairs, right?
Right.
When I bought my house, and my roommates at the time, they were my workers. I'd be like, oh, come on, guys,
No, it's true.
Yeah. Shout out to all the guys. Thank you, Jose, Farmer, Raz, all you guys. You guys did help me fix it, you know. But like I would like buy a big ass 36 pack of Coors Light.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want you guys to get drunk, so I got Coors Light, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And then, there was a big drain pipe that we fixed, and and you can do that with beer, but you can't do that with straight alcohol.
Yeah, no way.
No way.
Before I cut you guys off at the beginning, you were about to talk about the first time you went to Germany.
Yeah. There you go.
So elaborate a little bit on that.
And again, also,
I won't interrupt.
Point.
No, please do.
Oh, damn.
So the first time I was fortunate enough to go was because my wife was at UC Irvine. She met a German.
Oh shit!
And they became friends, and we would hang out. We would take her to the beach, and they became tight. And she would tell my wife, "You have to come visit me. You have to come visit me." And she lived out in Hamburg, which I don't know if you guys know. It's like North Germany, right? And so we finally caved, and we're like, "Okay, fine. We'll go visit you, right?" Yeah, twist my arm. I'm gonna go drink some amazing beer in Germany.
No, please don't take
that. Right?
Europe.
Yeah. So we went out there and hung out with them, and we figured like we're already here, might as well go check out some other spots. So we kind of split it up into what I want to do, which is hit all the beer drinking cities, and what she wanted to do, visit her friend and and do some other stuff like Paris, So that's how sort of happened. And when we were there again,
because you can take the train everywhere over there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It was a train everywhere.
Honestly, that's great.
Yeah,
it was so easy.
Yeah, that was nice, man. Taking the train. My routine was walk into a market. Right, Lido or Lido, I don't know what they were called over there, and just grab beer that I didn't recognize, and on the train I drink it. Just check it out,
dude. And it's so acceptable. You can get a hot dog, a pretzel, and then go on the train with a big ass beer too.
Oh yeah,
and just pound on the train.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, damn. No problem.
Chilling.
Yeah. It's super normal out there. It's not like here, like, oh damn, this guy's drinking. Nah. Over there, it's super normal.
Yeah. It was crazy because we were in Munich at Englischer Garden. Right,
okay.
Like the famous
park
where all the
big square,
the big old beers, right? And we're sitting there, and there's like a polka band playing in the background, and it was a park. People were jogging, people were on their bikes, walking their dogs, and everyone's having a beer.
Yeah,
I was like a normal day.
Did I die and go to heaven?
It was honestly, it's pretty great. Next to it was next to the bus stop.
Yes.
That was.
And you took a tour of Hofbräu, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and then you want to explain what Hofbräu is?
Absolutely. It's a restaurant brewery, and that's where we got the idea of the Stein members.
Yes.
So we have a Stein club here, there's 80 of them. And when I was talking to one of the people there, they were telling me that a lot of those Steins, they're passed down generation to generation.
Yes.
So I thought that was like, again, the dopest thing. Like, you know, your great grandfather drank from this stein, and that's your locker that you have a key to.
Yes.
That you can walk in with your family, grab your stein, go pour a beer, sit down, and get some food. And you know, it's just like this big dining area, or like this big, I don't know what to call it, like mess hall. Like I don't know what it is. Just this big place where people congregate and drink beer and eat food. You know,
dude, and it's so crazy. Like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's so crazy that building is ancient.
Oh yeah,
super ancient. It looks like something out of the medieval times.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then people still party hard in there.
Yeah,
super hard in there.
Yeah, and I just I thought that was like one of the dopest things. And
so that sounds fucking super dope.
Yeah, it really is awesome.
Yeah.
You walk in and you're looking at this thing and you're just like,
yeah, maybe we can.
Man, this is so awesome.
On this part of the video, like we can put like pictures of.
I think I still have like some pictures and videos of the Hopper House.
Share.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah. You see the picture of those steins and the lockers, ancient.
So you're telling me there's people like drinking out of cups that are like hundreds of years old. Passed down generation.
Like those like the ones with the little caps.
Yeah, I saw him right here.
Yeah, like that, but just like for real.
So let me ask you. So you like. You guys provide those cups here, or somebody brings them in, or?
So it's a combination, right? We sell them here, but a lot of our members bring their own steins from wherever they get them. You know, from Germany or wherever they get them, and whatever story comes with that stein, they bring it, and they keep it. We keep it here for them. We have the key, so anytime they walk in, you know, here's your stein. What beer would you like? And you know,
super dope.
Yeah.
And
then we have obviously like events for them.
It's like a beer club.
Yeah. Right. And you guys do the growlers too?
We do. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
And does that stay fresh? I've never tried them, but it stays fresh.
No, not at all. So again, not to get nerdy here with beer, but that's just, you know,
go ahead.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
This is Tall Boy Sunday, please.
Right there you go. The second that you pour it off of the faucet, you're introducing oxygen. Oxygen is the fastest way to ruin a beer, post fermentation. So when they're pouring the growler straight into the growler from the faucet, if they don't hit it with CO2, you got 2-3 days max before it starts going flat, and before the flavor starts changing. And so for us, we always tell people, drink it within 24 hours. Not 3 days, not 24 hours. Why? Because we want you to experience what we're trying, the flavor profiles that we're trying to shoot for, right? What you guys are drinking right now. Not what you're going to taste in 4 days.
Yeah. I can say it's like, I don't know, like when you open up like a thing of ham or whatever.
Yeah, same thing.
And like, you know what? Maybe you don't know the answer to this, but like, I've always questioned it. But like, you know how like the Egyptians would put in like these pots? Yeah. Like, I don't know how, because they were one of the first ones to experiment with beer.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder how that was tasting. It's probably like doo-doo, no?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure it was. Most of the brewers in those days were women, actually.
Oh shit.
And it was interesting because there's certain beers that date back to like Egyptian times, and even within that time frame where. You want to talk about doo-doo and nastiness? They would spit into the beers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there was a brewery that found an ancient recipe and tried to rebrew that, and they were literally spitting into that. Everyone's like, "This is kind of weird." Like, I don't think I want to taste this beer. I wouldn't.
Like, I know for a fact Jerry has herpes.
That's right. That fool's with Cleopatra.
Like, nah, fuck that, dude. You know?
But yeah, man, like,
half that pub has herpes.
It's interesting too, right? But eventually, any kind of alcohol, it's gonna rot out, and yeast is gonna do its thing. So
But that's dope that you knew that, you know. Like, I don't know how many dudes would know about Egyptian like breweries. You know?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I seen that shit on part of the History Channel.
No, it's called Drunk History.
Oh, Drunk History.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite shows.
Drunk History. Yeah, it's on History. I don't know if it's History Channel or the Comedy Central, but it's called Drunk History.
Sounds like a comedy central.
It sounds, it's most likely Comedy Central. But yeah, it's called Drunk History. It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Especially if you're drunk watching it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true.
And then, but obviously, like you brewing everything, you have to stay a certain level of sober, no?
Absolutely, yeah. Especially.
But one of these.
Huh? Yeah.
Side eye, it's a little side eye.
Yeah, I don't allow myself to get a beer until about an hour in. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Nah. No, it's interesting you say that, man, because making beer, everyone says it's a lot easier to enjoy it than to make it.
Yeah,
and that's the truth. It's actually a labor of love. It's very difficult to make beer. My typical brew days are 10 hours, right? And it's constant, physical, mental, everything, right? It seems cool and it's awesome, but it's a lot of work. It's very labor intensive.
Yeah. I bet, dude. Like, because I've seen a few things here and there where they're making it and like they only have just a little bit, like say this cup, just like the bottom half of this cup, right?
Just to taste it.
Just to taste it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, like that must have taken like 12 hours just to get there, you know?
No, yeah,
And
absolutely.
Like man, it must be a tough ass job. Like, even though you love it, like it's tough as hell, and it's hot, you know?
Right. Oh yeah. And you guys were there earlier.
Yeah.
I don't have AC, right? So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
during the summers. I mean, I know it's not valley summer, but bro, it gets hot here too.
It's true.
Yeah, no. You know what? Like, there's so many. I was gonna talk about that next. Like, there's so many parallels between us and San Gabriel, right?
Right.
The San Gabriel Valley, where we're at right now. Like, I've met a few people. I'm like, they speak a little bit the same,
Right.
You guys have like the same lingo,
Right.
And I'm like, damn, that's so crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah, like our brothers are just like over the hill a little bit, and then that's so crazy. Like, how many people from the San Fernando Valley have you met throughout the years, and like, have you seen that too?
Absolutely. I mean, I have family in the San Fernando Valley, right? I got family in Pacoima, so
Yeah.
I got buddies that live out there. Yeah, I think it's more of a LA thing than it is that valley versus that valley, or not versus, but different from valley. I think
there are little differences here and there, but
of course,
but we have like a similar taste and humor,
right?
Like beer,
right? Yeah.
And then like a difference is we have family that lives in South Central. They went to Manual Arts High School, and like they're a little bit different,
right?
Like their lingo.
Oh,
but like I've related more to people I've met through the San Gabriel Valley, like Omar here. Where exactly did you grow up, Omar?
Well, I grew up not too far from here. Whittier and First. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Well, maybe you're familiar. Whittier and First, by where? How long are you like from this area?
So I was born and raised in East LA, in East Los.
Do you remember the Whitwood Mall?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I grew up like right down the street from the Whitwood Mall. That's ages ago.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
Ages ago.
Yeah, that's
literally. Hey, let's
Covering it on camera.
Anyway,
let's cut off Omar.
Yeah.
No more.
So, yeah, I grew up not too far from here.
Yeah, that's like 10 minutes away from
That's
here.
like literally 10 minutes down that way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And then since East LA, like, we're the same people, was what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
No doubt.
And then, like, us being Central American, us growing up in that neighborhood, like, we're not Mexican, obviously, but, like, there's, like, I don't know, like a weird version of the people here,
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and also I think when we really double click into that, I mean, there's way more similarities than there are differences, right? I mean, it's
we're just Angelinos, pretty much.
I think Latino is a Latino.
Yeah,
For
sure.
Nationality, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Like, the only thing that really changes are tamales.
Yeah, of course, there's subtle differences,
Are we
right?
rolling them in corn husk or are we rolling them in banana leaf?
Right.
Which one are you doing?
Yeah, because isn't it? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you or some? I don't know, but aren't some tamales called pasteles? That always throws me off.
I think so. I don't know from where, but yes, you're right. I think you're right.
We call them ones that are made from potato. They're called baches.
Oh, there you go.
Baches,
Yeah, baches. Yeah,
the tamales made of potato.
Potato.
Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty much all just
Like imagine mashed potatoes with like a piece of meat in it.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But like the tamales from like Guatemala to El Salvador to Honduras, they're a little bit different, but they're all in banana leaves. And even in Oaxaca, Veracruz,
Right.
like they do banana leaves too.
Yeah, no, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I know there's certain regions in Mexico that do that as well. Well, yeah.
And same thing with Tulum. They make them
Right.
banana leaves, or that whole state actually.
Right.
With their tacos de pepián.
Yeah.
That was called?
Pepián,
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. What I'm trying to get at. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, where we are with time, Omar?
46 minutes.
46 minutes? Really? Damn. Damn. All right.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's-
we're good. All
that's
right.
quick,
Yeah,
man.
That's great.
You guys,
which one was this one?
Minutes?
It was a hazy.
This
This
is
is
hazy.
hazy, yeah.
This is their most famous brew.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Is this one?
That's this one.
This one.
Yeah, man. It's funny you say like the similarities, because even the similarities between the South, and I'm talking when I say the South, I say like the South of Mexico, Central versus the North, right? If you just like kind of put that region in a box, and when it comes to beer, completely different as well. You know, again, sort of something that I've always found interesting is the Mexican lager, like the name Mexican lager, really doesn't exist. It was invented. The true Mexican lager came from the first emperor of Mexico, which is Maximiliano, and that guy, he was from Austria. So he came from Vienna, Austria. So the first true Mexican lager is a Vienna lager.
Oh,
so like,
damn.
you know, I'm sure you're familiar with like Bohemia.
Yeah.
That's a Vienna lager.
That's it.
That's supposed to be like the true Mexican lager, right?
Oh, damn.
But in the 18th century, a lot of German immigrants came to Mexico, and they settled in the north. And so a lot of it was very hot up there, right? So the difference has changed in that they started brewing more beers like Modelo and Corona, and you know,
was one of the first ones, right?
yeah.
I think so, if I'm not
So
mistaken.
so that was a
I'm not sure.
completely different flavor profile, right?
Yeah.
And then enter around that same time, there was a lot of nationalism going on in that region, and Corona saw that, and they took I want to say they took advantage, but they said that, you know, they saw it and they're like, hey, we got an opportunity here. Let's just brand this beer the Mexican beer, and it just blew up, right? And so now.
But just like any business, like you see an opportunity, you take it, no?
Of course.
Yeah.
And from there, it just spread like wildfire, you know, all the way down to the South, all the way down to Central America, even South America, where those type of lager beers are more to what we typically know and can relate to, you know, Mexican lager.
You know, like Corona, like right at the end of it, like it's got like a little like sour taste to it, no?
Right.
I'm not sure if you picked up on it.
Have you ever tried they call it here a famosa, but have you ever tried?
Absolutely.
It's
the gallo, right?
Gallo,
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of beers, guys.
Man, that one's tough, dude.
That one is really tough.
Yeah.
That one's tough. And I was gonna say, I have a contract with probably the biggest beer company in the U.S. Right?
Right.
And I'm not gonna name them because
Of course.
business. But like, what I don't like about them is that they use recycled water, and I know that for a fact because I go to their facilities every day, and it smells like doo doo, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dang, what is that? And then one of the guys told me like, oh, that's the water we use. Like,
Secret recipe, man.
yeah, I'm sorry. But like, we're going back to what you said about lagers, and like they make their king lager, you know?
Right.
Like from that, because I don't like it. Like I don't want to talk shit about them, but I don't like that red lager that they make.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about the king of beer.
Yeah. Well, what is the biggest problem with that product? Because I know a lot of dudes that love it, and I've had it off tap, and it tastes much better.
Right.
But still, I choose not to drink it because I'm like, ugh. It's
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a problem, but I just think that it's different flavor profiles, and I think our palates are changing, right? All the our generation is completely different than our parents' generation, right? We're more open to drinking the IPAs and things of that nature. But what makes those beers so popular and why they're so mass produced is why they are the way they are, taste the way they taste, is because what's called adjuncts. And what I mean by adjuncts is basically it's cutting corners. The perception of cutting corners, right? Every brewer has its own opinion on it. They'll bomb it with like rice. So that's like a filler. And rice, you're still going to be able to pull out some sugar, some starches for conversion, but the flavor's not really there. Rice tastes like rice, right? It doesn't really taste like much. And so when you see the makeup of those beers, I would say like 30-40% of that is rice, and then like another 30% is the actual malt, and then a little bit of hops and a little bit of water, right? Whereas a craft brewery is flip that on its head, right? It's majority of the sugars that we're getting from is malt, and then a little bit of hops, and then the water. Okay. So you're gonna get way more flavor from the malt the way it's supposed to be, or not supposed to be the way, but then those commercial breweries.
Yeah, I just feel like they're not trying then, because you have these Korean beers like Cass and Height and a lot of the Korean beers. Those are all rice lagers. Right. And man, those are great.
Oh yeah,
way good.
Yeah.
And they're mass produced just like over here.
So the difference there, like what's the other one? Like Kirin, like those kind of Asahi.
Asahi, yes.
The difference with those is that the rice that they use is not any ordinary rice.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's very specific. I mean, what's synonymous with Japan, right? It's Korea. It's sushi, right? It's rice, and so they really know what they're doing when it comes to rice. And now incorporate that in the beer, so it's only going to enhance that flavor.
Yeah, that's true too. And like, what do you think about those? Like, does it really go better with Korean barbecue? Those type of beers?
I love them.
Yeah,
I love them, which is why I offered them here, right? And I try to replicate them and brew them. All the beers that are on the menu that I try to bring here are the beers that I love, that I want, again, the local community to come out and try. And those beers are considered dry. If you ever seen dry. Yes. And that means something in the brewery world. And basically what that means is that they add a ton of yeast so that it eats all the sugars to where there's absolutely no sugars left in the fermenter. And that's going to make the beer very dry.
So that dry taste right at the end, right?
Yes. Yeah, that bite. And then you couple that and you balance that off with the type of hops that they use, which is typically Asian style hops. You get yourself a nice Korean or a nice Japanese or a nice Asian lager. Okay. And I love those beers.
And did you travel over there to like see how they do it, or?
No, I've gone to Japan. I've drank a ton of their beers, but it wasn't really a beer trip per se. Right? It was just like I want to go check it out.
Which one is the one that you enjoyed most? Because I'm going to Japan in February.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite beers is a Japanese beer. Oh man, it slips my mind right now, but I'll definitely get you the name.
Sounds good.
What is it called? Ichigo.
Okay.
Ichigo. And that's the company. There's different styles of beers, but that beer is incredible, bro. That thing is bomb, bro.
I'll be taking a picture while I'm drinking.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Sounds good.
You know what? I saw this like not too long ago. I'm not sure if it's true or not because I did see it on YouTube, but I'm guessing they did the research. So there was a Japanese dude that like escaped Japan because at that time in the 1800s they weren't allowed to leave Japan, Japanese nationals. So he escaped Japan and went to Germany, and just like you, like worked at a brewery, worked himself up, learned a few recipes here and there, and then he went back to Japan when they loosened up the immigration laws, right?
Got it.
And then that's how Sapporo came about.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Sick.
I forgot the dude's name because it's like Japanese name. It's kind of tough.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, Ichigo. It's actually a long name, but the only thing I can pronounce is that. But yeah,
it's got to get a K's and Y's.
I'm sure I'm gonna be like looking at the menu and be like, oh, I need this one.
Yeah.
So, question. So, being that you have this whole Steinlockers, do you do like Oktoberfest kind of thing here or anything?
We do. We actually have an Oktoberfest on tap right now, and we just had an Oktoberfest event for our members.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we saw that on Instagram. That looked amazing, dude.
So only members Oktoberfest.
Only members. That's great.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we were able to raffle out some tickets and
Did you sing along on
prizes
Neil
and things of
Diamond,
that nature.
Next year.
There was no Neil Diamond
No
singing.
Neil Diamond?
No,
Oh,
no Neil Diamond.
Oktoberfest.
You're not doing
location right
Oktoberfest,
here.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
How do I sign up to be a member?
Yeah.
You basically walk in, email, call us, and get on the waiting list. Unfortunately, right now, I'm sorry to say that our waiting list is like 40 deep.
Oh damn,
But yeah, but
that's
there's
great.
always
Yeah,
people
no.
that drop off, and there's always opportunities. So it used to be like 89.
Oh,
now we're
damn.
down to
Wow.
like 40 or 38 or something.
Yeah,
last I checked.
But they weren't singing Neil Diamond though.
And to be on the waiting list, like, is there dues that have to be paid to stay on there?
No.
Or you just wait for that phone call.
Name,
one day?
email, phone call. That's it.
Okay.
And we'll tell you exactly where you are on that list.
Yeah,
So-
remind me
Yeah, we'll send it for sure.
And then I saw that you guys had the whole lederhosen, and I'm not sure what the female version of it is
Drindle?
called. Drindle. There you go.
There you go.
And like, dude, when we went to Oktoberfest that one year, like, we were the dummies that weren't wearing it. Like over here, you're kind of embarrassed. Like, I don't want to wear that. But like, no, it's a thing.
Real thing over there. Yeah.
It's a real thing,
It's
and then
great.
people wear that
Yeah.
year round sometimes. Yeah.
No,
We,
sorry.
we went to the mall, and like, they had displays like a Macy's, and then they had the new style of lederhosen.
They had a whole stores just
Yeah.
dedicated to that.
Yeah.
I was like,
You know what I was tripping out on? So when I was there, of course, I was like, I want to buy a sign and lederhosen, right?
Yeah.
So I walked into the store. I was blown away at how expensive they are.
Yes.
yeah, they're not cheap.
Like on the expensive end, it's probably like $2,500. Yeah.
For a
'Cause
stein?
No.
For
Lederhosen. for the outfit.
Oh, for the outfit? I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah, and like $2,500 just for like the overalls, because they use like actual cowhide and a special type of cowhide.
Yeah.
It's all handmade, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the flannel is probably another $500. Yeah.
I was tripping out, man.
They don't got like a Walmart version?
Yeah, I know, right? Well,
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Speaking of that,
They do. Yeah.
no. Speaking of that, I was like, you know what? I'll go into a thrift store. Right? There's thrift stores there. I'll get something off the whatever. Walked in, still expensive.
Was it?
Oh yeah. It was-
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was because like I was there right before Oktoberfest started. And when I was
That
leaving,
could
they were
be.
setting up the tents, so I just missed it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's why. I don't know, but I walked into a thrift store and they were not cheap.
Yeah, dude, because when we went, there was stands everywhere, and like I remember, like the most expensive one was about $200.
Yeah.
But like on the cheaper side, it was like 75, depending on your size.
Yeah.
For us, it was like the more expensive one.
Yeah, of course, right?
Of course.
Work hard.
Yeah, they need more
I
material.
mean, imagine traveling with like Art, who's like 6'3",
yeah.
and like
so-
he was really like he would really wanted to buy one.
Yeah.
He went to the store and he's like, never mind, and walked back out. He's like, fuck that, never
Nah,
mind.
I'm good, right? Hey, but like they say, right? Like, hey, never trust a skinny chef, never trust a skinny brewer. Bro.
Yeah, sure, true. That's true.
I do the research, bro. Nah,
You're working on that gut? No.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no. There it is. Yeah. And you know what? Shout out to Louis for hooking this whole thing up, dude. And you said you used to work with him?
I used to work with him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I hear there's a rumor, bro, that apparently the homies were trying to throw in for a 12-pack and you only throw in $2.
I think so. I think it's
yeah.
confirmed too.
Yeah, allegedly. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
$2 bucks.
$2. That's what I don't know.
threw in
That's what I was told.
He threw in the taxes.
That's it. Nah.
Next time you come through, and then we'll have Louis on there, and then we can both confront him.
That's right.
Yeah, because it comes from multiple sources.
Yeah. Oh, Louis.
People called me like, "Hey, that was true."
What's going on there, Louis?
Yeah, I know, for real. Nah, but I love you, Louis.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Likewise,
Yeah.
bro.
This is great.
Yeah, no, Louis and I worked together, and it's funny, man. We got along real quick because we had a lot of things in common, you know. So we'd walk in and just chomp it up, and you know, the more I got to know him, the more I knew. It was like, oh shit, like you know,
This is cool stuff.
Yeah, Louis is really fucking cool.
yeah.
And I feel like that's like harder and harder to find, and yeah, good coworkers are super hard to find.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
For reals.
And then I'm sure like you did the interviews for all your staff here,
Right.
And you vetted them, made sure they don't snitch and stuff like that. No?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, they know to stay quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure
You hear that?
Hey, but
No,
we,
I'm just kidding.
we gotta shout out the kitchen too, because they hooked it up with very delicious
you know what
appetizers,
I-
man.
I almost forgot.
Oh, this is just the beginning, boys.
Yeah, Omar was eating off
These are
camera.
just the beginning, my boys.
Guacamole is fire.
Yeah,
You know what? I forgot to mention that. All right, we had the ceviche. The ceviche was fucking fire, and like I can tell that the chips are handmade here, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait till you try the tortillas and the beans.
Yeah, tortillas, beans,
man.
and then we also had the guac and the chicharrones, which is
Delicious.
dude, that's right up my
Hey,
alley.
but the wings, it had like that nice little, like
Well,
it's a heat, but that sweet taste too as
yeah,
well.
I didn't try the wings. What flavor were they, Abraham?
Morita.
Morita. Damn, like who else has that?
Thank you,
Who else has
Omar,
that? Yeah.
for the wings.
Oh man, they were delicious.
And producer Omar is because he's never on the camera, but he's about 6'3". He weighs maybe 198. He's a very thin man, but the man can eat.
I
Yeah,
could eat.
Yeah,
the man can eat.
You're in the right place.
You know what Jollibee is?
Yeah.
You know what Jollibee is?
Yeah.
This dude finished like a whole family pack by himself. The other day.
Damn, bro.
That's a lot.
All the breasts.
Nah, see, but
all the drumsticks.
there was an episode where we're recording, and I look his way, and I see him eating an apple pie. Just
Dude, that thing was crunchy. It was my first time. It was my first time having Jollibee, so I have an excuse there. It was just amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I had never had a Jollibee ever, and that chicken was, dude, it was prime. It was good. Crunchiness, flavor, juiciness, dude, the whole thing.
And if this is your first episode of Top Boy Sunday, Jollibee is like basically the Filipino KFC.
Filipino KFC.
Oh man.
And it's
but
amazing.
they do have other stuff like
Yeah, they do.
Like,
They have spaghetti.
yeah,
they have fries. Yeah, they have a bunch of stuff. It's a great place.
That Friday that I had Jollibee with them the first time, I went again on Sunday, Tuesday, again Friday because we had to
recorded.
right?
Yeah.
I had maybe Jollibee like 5 or 6 times after that first time. It was that good to me. To me, it was.
I mean,
good.
they get down. They get down.
true.
You know,
They
it's
do
funny.
get down.
I was like that with, I'm sure you guys know, Zango chicken.
Zangu chicken.
When the
Oh,
first time I had it, I was like,
Ridiculous.
damn. So I went back like
really
5
good
times,
Mediterranean
like
food.
within the week. Like, it was bad.
Ridiculous. Shout out to the one in Burbank. God damn.
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
so far.
Mediterranean food, though, it's just delicious.
Yeah, it's very underrated.
Yeah,
But,
it
like
really
the,
is.
the cheese that they use,
Yeah.
the fucking the tomatoes, everything,
Yeah.
everything is bomb.
Yeah,
and they
it's
basically use
great.
a tortilla, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
basically
right?
use
The
tortilla.
pita bread or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
Basically use
It's
tortilla.
great.
Okay, guys. So I think we're gonna wrap here. This has been another episode of Top Boy Sunday. Again, we're at La Bodega Brewery out here in Whittier, California. Beautiful Whittier, California. We love the San Gabriel Valley. And yeah, thank you guys. Abraham, any last words?
I just hope you guys enjoy and, thank you for being with us.
I mean,
Salud y suerte.
Everything was fucking great.
Yeah, it was
Brian?
really
Yeah,
fun.
big
time.
I had a great time being
Yeah,
here.
good
Yeah.
times. Good times.
Thank you
Cheers.
guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Prost.
Salud.
Prost.
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 I'm out of brewskis.
And of course, we'll put up the links to the link and the address to the place. Please come by.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
show love because this place was really great to us.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
See you.
Bye.
Great.